production of The Merchant of Venice, our first fall production at TASIS this year. The high school has been working very hard since September, putting on this show, and I hope you will really enjoy it. The plot is complicated. There are 5 plot lines that run through this play, and they don't all start at the beginning. They start like this, and then they overlap, and they overlap, and they overlap. And the characters start separate and start mingling, just like our worlds out here of Venice and Belmont, an estate outside of Venice. So hopefully you'll see that as the play goes along, be able to follow the plot and the characters as they pursue their hopes and their wishes, and sometimes bump up against other people, have a little bit of conflict. A couple of housekeeping matters. If you could all please turn off and put away your phones. Please don't check them for your clock, even if you're using it for your watch. The first act runs about an hour, and then we'll have a short 10-minute intermission, come back, have the second half, which is shorter, and then some refreshments out there, and the actors and crew will be able to join you. But every time you look at that little screen, it disturbs somebody behind you. Even if you try to hold it here, somebody sees it. So please turn it off. No lights, no sound for the whole show. If you're concerned about taking a recording, don't worry, because we are having a professional videographer. Mr. Long is filming the show. So don't worry about that. It will be filmed and available to you. It's also being live streamed, so any relatives in other countries can actually see it tonight or see it tomorrow. The aisles, please keep clear. We have some entrances and exits in those aisles, so just don't stick your legs out there. And that's it really for housekeeping. I hope you will really enjoy this production of The Merchant of Venice, a very complicated play, and appreciate all the student design work, acting work, management work, because it's huge. And I think it's a lot of fun. Thank you.
In truth, I know not why I'm so sad. It wearies me, you say it wearies you. But how I caught it, found it, or came by it, what stuff is made of, whereof it is born, I am to learn. Such a wonted sadness makes me, that I have much ado to know myself.
Your mind is tossing on the ocean. There, where Argosy so portly sailed. Believe me, sir, had I such venture forth, the better part of my affections would be with my hopes abroad. I should be still, plucking the grass, to know where sits the wind, and every object that might make me fear misfortune to my ventures, out of doubt, would make me sad.
My wind cooling my broth would blow me to an augur when I thought what a wind too great at sea might do. Should I go to a church and see the holy edifice of stone, and not be thinking me straight of dangerous rocks, which touching but my gentle vessel side would scatter all her spices on stream, in probing the roaring water with my silk? Shall I like the thought that such a thing be chance to make Antonio sad? But tell not me, I know. Antonio sad to think upon his merchandise.
Believe me, no, I think my fortune's for it. My ventures are not to one bottom trusted, nor to one place, nor is my whole estate upon the fortune of this present year. Therefore my merchandise makes me not sad. Why? They will not. Five.
Not in love neither? Then let us say you're sad because you're not married, for it's easy for you to laugh and leap and say you're married because you're not sad.
Here comes Bassanio. Most noble kinsman.
I would have said that I made you marry for the offense of not preventing me.
Your worth is very dear, my lord. I take it. Your business calls upon you, and you embrace occasion to the party.
Good morrow, my lords.
Consider us both. When shall we laugh? You're exceedingly strange. Must it be so?
We will make our leisure to attend yours.
My lord Bassanio, since you have found Antonio, we too will leave you. But at dinner time, pray, have in mind where we must meet.
I will not fail you. Senor Antonio, you look not well. You have too much respect upon the world. They do lose it, them that do buy it with much care.
I hold the world, but as a world, Graciano. A stage where every man must play a part. And mine, a sad one.
Then let me play the fool. With mirth and laughter, let old wrinkles come. And let my liver rather heat with wine, and my heart cool with mortifying groans. Why should a man, whose blood is warm within, sit like a grandsire, cut in alabaster? I tell thee what, Antonio, I love thee, and it is my love that speaks. But there are sort of men whose visages do cream and mantle like a stanley pond. And those should say, I am Sir Oracle, and when I open my lips, let no dog bark. I'll tell you more of this another time. Come, Lorenzo, on my excursion after dinner.
We'll leave you then till supper time. I must be one of these same dumb wise men, for Graziano never lets me speak.
Keep me company but 2 more years. Thou shalt not know the sound of my tongue.
Is that anything now?
Graziano speaks an infinite deal of nothing more than any man that has at Venice. His reasons are 2 grains of wheat and 2 bushels of chaff. You shall see how later you find them when you have to do your honor to search.
No, tell me now, what lady is the same to whom you swore a secret pilgrimage that you today promised to tell me of?
It is not unknown to you, Antonio, how much I have to save for my estate. Nor do I not make moan, but my cheap hairs come greatly off from the debts that I owe. I owed much, and like a woeful youth, that which I was lost.
I pray you, Basan, let me know, and if it stands as you yourself so do, within the eye of honor, my purse, my person, my extraness means like all unlock to your occasions.
In my school days, when I had lost one shaft, I shot his fellow the selfsame fight. The selfsame way, with more advice watched to find the other 4. And by venturing both, I off on both. I urged this child to prove, because what follows is pure innocence. I owe you much, and, like a woeful youth, that which I was lost. But if you please to shoot another arrow that same way which you did shoot the first, I do not doubt as I will watch my aim to find both and bring your gamble back to you again.
You know me well, and herein spend but time to whine about my love and circumstance. So do but say to me what I should do, that in your knowledge may by me be done, and I am pressed unto it. Therefore speak.
In Belmont is a lady richly left, and she is fair and dead that word. Her name is Portia, I can confess my love. Nor is the wide world ignorant of her worth, and many suitors come in quest of her. Oh, my Antonio, hide but the means to hold a rival place with one of them.
Thou knowest that all my fortunes are at sea, neither I have money nor commodity to raise the present sum. Therefore, go forth. Travel my credit and in Venice that shall be racked even to the uttermost to furnish thee to Belmont to fair Portia.
By my troth, Nerissa, my little body is weary of this great world.
You would be so glad. If only your misfortunes were as in abundance as your good fortunes are. And yet, for what I see, they are as sick that serve with too much as those that starve with nothing. It is no mean happiness, therefore, to consider the need. Superfluity comes sooner by right hairs. Supercompetency and
Good sentences and well pronounced.
they would be better if, well,
If to do were as easy as to know what we're good to do. Chapels had been churches, and poor men's cottages, princes' palaces. I can easier teach 20 what we're good to do than to be one of the 20 to follow my own teaching. The brain may devise laws for the blood, but a hot temper leaps over according to creed. But this reasoning is not in the fashion to choose me a husband. Oh me, the word choose. I neither choose whom I like nor refuse who I dislike. So is the will of the living daughter curbed by the will of a dead father. But it is not hard, Nerissa, that I cannot choose one nor refuse none.
your father was ever virtuous, and holy men in the death have good as great shoes. Therefore, the glory that he had devised in those two chests of gold, silver, and lead, whereof whoever chooses me chooses you, will
rather bury to a death's head with a bone in his mouth than to either of these. God defend me from these two.
How like you to let's go to the bone.
God made him, and therefore let him pass as a man. In truth, I know it is a sin to be a mocker, but he is every man and no man. If the throstle sing, he falls straight a capering. He will fence with his own shadow. If I shall marry him, I shall marry 20 husbands.
Say to Falconbridge, the governor of England.
You know I say nothing to him, for he understands me, nor I him. He hath neither Latin, Italian, nor French. And you will come into the court and swear I have a poor pennyworth in the English. Now, he is a proper man's picture, but how oddly is he suited. I think he bought his doublet in Germany, his roundhouse in France, his bonnet in Italy, and his behavior everywhere.
How like you the young German the Duke of Saxony's nephew.
Most vilely in the morning when he is sober, and very vilely in the afternoon when he is drunk. When he is best, he is little worse than a man, and when he is worst, he is little better than a beast.
Should offer to choose, and choose the right. You shouldn't first speak before your father's will, if you should refuse to accept him.
Therefore, for fear of divorce, I pray thee, set a deep glass of Rhenish wine on the contrary casket, for if temptation be within and the devil without, I know he will choose it. I will do anything, Nerissa, ere I be married to a sponge.
You need not to fear, madam, having any of this suitors. They have wedded me with determination, which is indeed to journey to their home and to trouble you with no more suit, unless you may be won by some other sword that may promise in possession, depending on the casket.
If I live to be old as Sibylla, I will die as chaste as Diana, unless I be obtained by the manner of my father's will. I'm so glad this parcel of wooers are so reasonable, for there's not one but I dote on his very absence, and I pray God grant them with their departure.
Do you not remember maybe in your father's time, a Venetian, a scholar, a soldier, they came hither and caught me at Marquis de Montferrat.
Yes, it was Bassanio, I think he was so called.
Why, true, madam, he, of all the men that ever my foolish eyes have looked upon, was the best deserving of me.
I remember him well, and I remember him worthy of thy praise. How now, what news?
The five sent to seek for you, madam, to take their leave. Oh, and there is a forerunner come from the sick, the Prince of Morocco, who brings word the prince's master will be here tonight.
If I could bid the sixth welcome with so good as a heart as I could bid the other five farewell, I shall be glad of his approach. But if he have the condition of a saint and the complexion of a devil, I should rather he shrive me than wide me. Come, Nerissa, Ursula, go before. Whilst we shut the gates upon one door, another knocks at the door.
$3,000 Well,
Aye, sir, for 3 months.
for 3 months. Well,
For the which, as Antonio shall be bound.
Antonio shall be bound. Well,
May he stead me, will you pleasure me? Shall I know your answer?
3,000 ducats for 3 months, and Antonio bound.
Your answer to that?
Antonio is a good man.
Have you heard any imputation to the contrary?
Oh, no. My meaning in saying he is a good man is to have you understanding that he is sufficient. Yet his means are in supposition. He hath an argosy bound to Tripolis, another to the Indies, and I understand moreover upon the Rialto, he hath a third for Mexico, a fourth for England, and many other ventures he hath squandered abroad. But sailors are but men, ships but boards. There be land rats and water rats, water thieves and land thieves, pirates. And then there is the peril of waters, winds, and rocks. The man is, notwithstanding, sufficient. 3,000 ducats. I think I may take his bond.
Be assured you may.
I may be assured, and that I may be assured, I will be thinking. May I speak with Antonio?
If it please you to dine with us.
Oh yes, to smell pork. To eat of the habitation which your prophet the Nazarites conjured the devil into. I will buy with you, sell with you, walk with you, talk with you, and so follow you. But I will not eat with you, drink with you, nor pray. When is Oliveriato? Who was he comes here?
This is Senor Antonio.
how like a fawning publican he looks. I hate him, for he is a Christian. And more for that, in low simplicity, he lends out money gratis and brings down the rates of usage here with us in Venice. If I could catch him once upon the hip, I would feed fat the ancient grudge I bear him. He hates our sacred nation, and he rails on me, my bargains, and my well-won thrift, which he calls interest. Cursed be my tribe if I forgive him.
Shylock, do you hear?
I am debating on my present store, and by the mere guess of my memory, I cannot instantly raise up the gross of 3,000 ducats. What of that? Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of my tribe, will furnish me. But soft, how many months do you desire? Rest you fair, good signor. Your worship was the last man in our mouths.
Shylock, although I neither lend nor borrow by taking nor by giving of excess, yet to supply the right ones of my friend, I'll break a custom. Is he yet possessed? How much you will?
Aye, 3,000 ducats.
For 3 months?
Oh, for 3 months. I forgot. You told me so. But let me see your bond. But hear you. Methought you said you neither lend nor borrow upon advantage.
I do never use it.
When Jacob grazed his uncle Laban's sheep, this Jacob from our holy Abram was.
And what of him? Did he take interest?
No, not take interest. Not, as you would say, direct interest. Mark what Jacob did. The skillful shepherd thrived, and he was blessed. And thrift is blessing if men steal it not.
Mark this, Basani. The devil can't cite scripture for his purpose. He will solve for his unholy witness. It's like a villain with a smiling cheek. A goodly apple rotten at the heart. Or the goodly outside false to have.
3,000 ducats. 'Tis a good round sum. 3 from 12. Lets me see the rate.
Shylock, shall we be beholden to you?
Signor Antonio, many a time and oft, in the Rialto, you have raised me about my monies and my usances. Still I have borne it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. You call me misbeliever, cut-throat dog, and spit upon my Jewish gabardine, and all for use of that which is mine own. Well, now it appears you need my help. What shall I say to you? Shall I say, hath the dog money? Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bend low, and in abandonment keep with bated breath and whispering humbleness say this? Fair sir, you spit on me white and last, you spurned me such a day. Another time you called me dog. And for these courtesies, I must lend you thus much monies?
I am as like to call thee so again, to spit on thee again, and to spurn thee too. If thou wilt lend us money, lend it not us to the friends, for when the friendship take a breed for barren metal of his friend, lend it rather to the enemy, who if you break, must with better face exact the penalty.
Well, look how you storm. I would be friends with you and have your love. Forget the shames you have stained me with. Supply your present wants, and take no doits of usance for my monies. This is kind I offer.
This were kindness.
This kindness will I show. Go with me into a notary, and seal me there your single bond. And, in a marriage sport, if you repay me not on such a day, such sum or sums as are exacted in the condition, let the forfeit be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh, to be cut off and taken in which part of your body pleaseth me.
Confident, faith. How sealed is such a bond? There is much kindness in the truth.
You shall not seal to such a bond for me. I'll rather go in my necessity.
Why, fear not, man. I will not forfeit it within these 2 months. That's a month before this bond expires. I do expect return of thrice 3 times the value of this bond.
Oh, Father Abram, what these Christians are, whose own hard dealings teaches them to suspect the thoughts of others.
Child,
But pray you, tell me this. If he should break his day, what should I gain from the forfeiture? A pound of man's flesh, is not estimable, profitable neither, as flesh of muttons, beefs, and goats. I say, to buy his favor, I extend this friendship. If you take it, so; if not, adieu. And for my love, I pray you, wrong me not.
Child, I will seal to this bond.
Then go with me to a notary. Give him a merry direction for this bond, and I will go and purse the ducat straight. See to my house, let in the guard of an unthrifty knave, and presently I shall be with you.
I degenerate Jew. The Hebrew oath and Christian, in prose kind.
I like not fair terms on the villain's mind.
Come on, and this there can be known as me. My ships come home a month before the day.
It's like the shadows we were born. We did the fairest creature who are northward born. And let us make a decision for your love to prove whose blood is red as his or mine. As Valent, oh my love, I swear, the best regarded version called Clement Clement. I wouldn't change this here.
In terms of choice, I'm not solely led by a nice direction of maiden's eyes. Besides, the letter of my destiny bars me the right from voluntary choosing. But if my father had not scanted me and hedged me by his wit, to yield myself his wife by who wins me by that means I told you, yourself are now, Prince, then so despair as any comer I have looked on yet for my affection.
And then I thank you, therefore I pray you, leave me to caskets to try my fortune. Yes, sinner, that's with a Sophia Persian prince. I would outstare that eye that look. I'll break the heart most darling on the earth. Yeah, mock the lion like he roars for prey, to whom the lady. And so may I, blind fortune leading me, to miss the chance to get at you, and have to die.
You must take your chance and either not attempt to choose at all, or swear before you choose.
I will not bring into my chance.
First forward to the temple. After dinner your housework shall be made.
Then,
Better is no plan.
certainly my conscience will serve me to run from the Jew, my master. The fiend is at mine elbow and tempts me, saying to me, Gobbo, Lancelet, Gobbo, good Lancelet, or good Gobbo, use your legs, take start, run away. My conscience says, no, take heed, honest Lancelet, take heed, honest
I should run from the Jew, my master, who God bless the mark is a kind of devil. And to be ruled by my conscience, I should stay with the Jew, my master, who, saving your worship reverence, is the devil himself. And my conscience, in my conscience, is but a kind of hard conscience to offer to counsel me to stay with the Jew. The fiend gives a more friendly counsel. I will run, fiend. My heels are at your man. I will run.
Master, young lad, I pray you, which is the way to Master Jews?
Oh heavens, this is my true begotten father, who being more than sand-blind, knows me not. I will try confusion to them.
Master, young gentleman, I pray you, which is the way to Master Jews?
Turn up on your right hand at the next turn, and at the next turn of all, turn up on your left. Marry, at the very next turn of all, turn up no hand, and turn down indirectly to the Jew's house.
Oh, by God, Santis, 'twill be a hard way to hit. Tell me, whether one Lancelot dwell with him or no?
Talk you of young master, Lancelot?
Oh, no master, sir. Poor man's son. His father, though I say it, is an exceeding honest poor man, and God be thanked, well to live.
Well, let his father be what it will. We talk of young master, Lancelot.
Lancelot, and it please your mastership.
Talk not of young master Lancelot, father, for the young gentleman is indeed deceased, or as you would say in plain terms, gone to heaven.
Oh, God forbid. The boy was the very staff of my age, my very prop.
Do I look like a hobble post, a staff, or a prop? Do you know me, father?
Alack the day, I know you not, young gentleman. But I pray you tell me, is my boy, God rest his soul, alive or dead?
Give me your blessing. Truth will come to light. Murder cannot be hid long. And then some may, but at length truth will out.
Pray, sir, stand up. You cannot be Lancelot, my boy.
I pray you, heads, have no more fooling about it. I am Lancelot, your boy that was, your child that is, and your child that shall be.
I cannot believe you are my son.
I know not what I shall think of that, but I know Marjorie, your wife, is my mother.
Her name is Marjorie indeed. I'll be sworn, if thou be Lancelot, thou art mine own flesh and blood. Oh, Lord, what a beard hast thou got. Thou hast more hair on thy chin than Dobbin my fill horse has on his tail.
It should seem then that Dobbin's tail grows backwards. I'm sure he has more hair on his tail the last time I saw him.
Lord, how art thou changed? How dost thou and thy master agree that I have brought him a present? Agree you now?
My master is a very Jew. Give him a present, give him a halter. I am famished in his service. You can tell every finger I have with my ribs. Father, I am glad you're come. Give your present to one master Bassanio, who indeed gives rare new liveries. Oh, rare fortune, here comes the man. To him, father, I am a Jew if I serve the Jew any longer.
You may do so, but let it be so hasted that supper be ready at the furthest by 5 o'clock. See these letters delivered, put my liveries to making, and desire Graziano to come in onto my lodging.
To him, father.
God bless your worship.
Gramercy, wouldst thou aught with me?
Here is my son, a poor boy.
Not a poor boy, sir, but the rich Jew man. That would, sir, as my father shall specify.
He hath a great infection, sir, as one would say, to serve.
Indeed, the short and the long is, I serve the Jew and have a desire, as my father shall specify.
He and his master, saving your worship's reverence, are scarce hater cousins.
And very, very brief, the suit is impertinent to myself, as your worship shall know by this
I
time.
have here a dish of doves to bestow upon your worship, and my suit is, please, alack my...
To be honest, truth is impertinent to myself, as my father shall specify unto you.
Once speak for both, what would you?
Serve you, sir.
That be the very defect of the matter, sir.
I know thee well. thou hast obtained thy suit. Shall not thy master spoke with me this day, and hath preferred thee? If it be preferment to leave a rich Jew's service to become the follower of so poor a gentleman.
The old proverb is very well parted between my master Shylock and you. You have the grace of God, sir, and he hath enough.
Thou speakst it well. Go, father, with thy son. Take leave of thy own master, and inquire my lodging out. Give him a livery more guarded than his fellows. See it then.
Well, if any man in Italy have a fairer table, then dost offer to swear upon a book. Father, come. We'll take leave of the true and champion of an eye.
Good Leonardo, think on this. Returning haste for our due feast tonight. My best esteemed acquaintance, Heidi, go.
My best endeavor shall be done herein.
Where is your master?
Yonder, sir, he walks.
Signor Bassanio! Graziano, I have a suit to you. You have obtained it. You must not deny me. I must go with you to Belmont.
Why, then you must, but hear thee, Graziano. Thou art too wild, too rude and bold a voice. Hearts that become thee happily enough, and in such eyes as ours appear no faults, but where thou art not known, why there, they show something too liberal. Take painful live with some cold drops of modesty, thy skipping spirit. Lest through thy well behavior I lose my hopes.
Hear me, Bassanio. If I do not put on the sober habit, talk with respect, and swear but now and then. Look demurely, nay more, while grace is saying, put my lies, and thus with my hat, sigh and say Amen. Use all observance of civility. Like one in the sad Ostend, peace is grandam, never trust me more.
We shall see your bear.
Nay, but I bark tonight. You shall not gauge me by what you do tonight.
Not that that were pity. I would rather entreat you to put on your boldest suit of smirk, for we have friends that purpose spare me. But, fare you well, I have some business.
And I must ruin to the rest. I will visit you at supper time.
Now, a merry devil, didst rob of some taste of tediousness. But fare thee well. There is a ducat for thee. And Lancelot, soon at supper shalt thou see Lorenzo, who is thy new master's guest. Give him this letter. Do it secretly. And so farewell. I would not have my father see me talk with thee.
Adieu. Tears exhibit my tongue. Most beautiful pagans, most sweet Jews. If a Christian did not play the knave and get thee, I much as he. But adieu, these foolish drops do something round my eyes.
Farewell, good Lancelot. Alack, what heinous sin it is in me, to be ashamed to be my father's child. But though I am daughter to his blood, I am not to his manners. Lorenzo, if thou keep promise, I shall end this strife, become a Christian, and thy loving wife.
Nay. We will slink away in supper time, and disguise us at my lodging in return, all in an hour.
We have not made the preparations.
We have not spoken of torchbearers yet.
'Tis vile, unless it may be quaintly ordered, and it better in my mind, not undertook.
It's now but 4 o'clock. You have 2 hours to furnish us. Friend Lancelot, what's the news?
And it shall please me to break up this, sir, it shall seem to signify.
I know the hand. In faith, 'tis a fair hand. And whiter than the paper it writ on is the fair hand that writ.
Love news and faith.
By your leave, sir.
Whither goest thou?
To bid my old master the Jew to sup tonight with my new master the Christian.
Hold here. Yes. Tell gentle Jessica I will not fail her. Speak it privately. Go. Gentlemen, will you prepare you for this mask tonight? I am provided with a torchbearer.
Amen, I was gone about it straight.
And so will I.
Meet me and Graziano's lodging some of our pens.
'Tis good we do so.
Was Not that letter from fair Jessica.
I must needs tell you all. She hath directed how I shall take her from her father's house, what golden jewels she has furnished her, what page's suit she hath in readiness. If e'er the Jew her father come to heaven, it shall be for his gentle daughter's sake. Come, go with me. Peruse this as thou goest. Fair Jessica shall be my torchbearer.
Thou shalt see. Thy eyes shall be thy judge. The difference of old Shylock and Bassanio. What, Jessica? Thou shalt not gormandize as thou hast done with me. What, Jessica? And sleep and snore and rent apparel out. Why, Jessica, I say!
Why, Jessica?
Who bids thee call? I did not bid thee call.
Your worship was wont to tell me I could do nothing without bidding. Call you? What is your will?
I am bid forth to supper, Jessica. Here are my keys. Wherefore should I go? I am not bid for love, they flatter me. And yet I'll go in hate to feed upon the prodigal Christian. Well, Jessica, my girl, look to my house. I am awfully right loath to go. There is some ill a brewing towards my rest, for I did dream of money bags tonight.
I beseech you, sir, go. My young master doth expect your reproach.
So do I his.
I shall not say that you shall see a mask, but if you do, it was not for nothing that my nose fell a bleeding Black Monday last.
What? Are there masks? Hear you me, Jessica. When you hear the drum, clever not you up to the casements then, nor thrust your head out into the public street to gaze upon Christian fools with varnished faces, but stop my house's ears. I mean my casements. Let not the sound of shallow foppery enter my sober home. Oh, by Jacob's staff, I have no mind of feasting forth tonight, but go you before me, sirrah. Say I will come.
I will go before, sir. Mistress, look out for the window for all this. Will come a Christian by, will be worth the Jew of that.
What says the fool of Hagar's offspring, huh?
His words were, farewell, mistress, nothing else.
The patch is kind enough, but a huge feeder, snails slow in profit, and he sleeps more by day than the wild cat. Drones hive not with me, therefore I part with him. And part with him to one I would in help waste his borrowed purse. Well, Jessica, go in. Go in. Perhaps I shall return immediately. Do as I bid you, shut doors after you. Fast bind, a proverb never stale in thrifty love.
Farewell. And if my fortune be not crossed, I have a father, you, a daughter, lost.
This is the penthouse in which Lorenzo desired us to make stand.
His hour is almost past.
Ah, and it is marvel he outdoes his hour, for lovers ever run before the clock.
Oh, 10 times faster, Venus's pigeons fly. To see a love spawn's new mate, and there at once, to keep with blushed faith unfortified.
That ever holds, who riseth from a feast with that keen appetite that he sits down?
Here comes Lorenzo. More of these hereafter.
Dear friends, your patience for my long growth. Not I, but my affairs have made you wait. When you shall please to play the thieves for wives, I'll wait as long for you then. Approach, here dwells my father Jew. Ho! Who's within?
Who are you? Tell me for more certainty, albeit I'll swear that I do know your tongue.
Lorenzo, and thy love.
Lorenzo is certain, and my love indeed, who will buy so much?
Heaven and my thoughts will be that thou art.
Here, catch this casket. It is worth the pain. I am glad this night you do not look on me, for I am much ashamed of my state. But love is blind, and lovers cannot see the pretty follies they themselves commit. For, if they could, Cupid himself would blush, seeing me thus transformed to a boy.
Descend, for you must be my torchbearer.
What, must I hold a candle to my shame? In themselves, good sooth, are to me too like. Why, 'tis an office of discovery, love, and I should be obscure.
So are you, sweet, even in the lovely garment of a boy. But come at once. The close night doth play the runaway, and we are stayed for at Bassanio's feast.
I'll deal with myself with some more deference, and be with you strictly.
By my hood, a gentle and low Jew.
Beshrew me, but I love her heartily, for she is wise, if I may judge of her. And fair she is, if that mine eyes be true. And true she is, as she hath proved herself. And so, like herself, wise, fair, and true, shall she be placed in my constant soul. What? Art thou come? On, gentlemen, away. Our masking mates by this time for us stay.
Who's there?
Senor Antonio,
Fie, Graciano, it's 9 o'clock. Our friends all stay for you. No mass tonight. The one that's come about. Bassanio will presently go aboard. I have sent 20 to seek out for you.
I desire no more delight than to be undersell and gone tonight.
Come, draw aside the curtains and discover the several caskets to this noble prince. Now make your choice. What does this golden casket?
The truth is me shall gain what many man desire. What does this silver in this version hue? The truth is me shall get as much as he deserves. What does this letter casket? Truth is me must give and hazard all he hath. And how shall I know if I do choose right?
No one of them contains my picture, Prince. If you choose that, then I am yours with all.
So the must give and have it all ask.
Must give? For what? For lad? Has it for lad? Some goats, where's my judgment, and now I'm used to give the lad. I'll give nor have it all for lad.
What says the silver? Who true as me shall get as much as he deserves. As much as he deserves.
Who's there, Morocco? Why, that's the lady. And to invert desert her with all this dreams and gorgeous in the night.
Do I need to hear? What says this holy? True as me shall gain what many men desire. What many men desire.
That's the lady. From four corners of the earth they come to kiss this shrine, this mortal queen. Never so rich as young, dealing with nature here do I choose, and so may I.
Here, take it, Prince. And if I pour my there, then I'm yours.
Well, what have we here?
That. Empty eye.
There is a scroll, I read it. All that glitters is in gold. Often have you heard us told. Many a man his life has sold, but mine outside to behold. Gilded tombs, the worms enfold, had you been as wide as gold, the younger moons and gentlemen old, your answer had been come to grow. Fare you well, my sleep is cold. Cold indeed, and April lost. Farewell heat and welcome frost. Portia, adieu. I have to hide my feelings, which were really hurt by you.
A gentle riddance. Come, draw the curtains, go. Let all of these complexions choose these go.
I never heard a passion so confused as the dogs you did utter in the streets. My daughter, oh my ducats, oh my daughter, fled with a Christian, oh my Christian ducats. Why, all the men in Venice followed him, crying, his stones, his daughter, and his ducats. The villain Jew without Christ raised the Duke, who went with him to search Bassanio's ship.
He came too late. Why, man, I saw Bassanio under sail. With him, Graziano gone along, and I'm sure in their ship Lorenzo is not. Besides, Antonio certified the Duke that they're not with Bassanio in his ship.
I hope Antonio Luzzi keeps his day, or he shall pay for this.
A kind of gentleman treads not the earth. I saw Bassanio and Antonio part. Bassanio told him he would make some speed of his return. He answered, "Do not so, slubber not business for my sake, Bassanio. And for the Jew's bond which ye have with me, let it not enter your mind of love." And when the wanderer was sensible, he wrung Bassanio's hand, and they parted.
I think he only loves the world for him. I pray thee, let us go and find him out, and quicken his embrace of heaviness with some delight or other.
Do we so?
3 things. First, never to unfold to anyone which casket choice I chose. Next, if I failed the right casket, never in my life to woo a maiden way of marriage. Lastly, if I do fail in portrait of my choice, immediately to leave you and be gone.
To these injunctions, everyone doth swear that comes to hazard for my worthless self.
And so have I addressed me. Fortune now to my heart's goal. Gold, silver, and base lead. Who truth me was given hazard all he hath. You shall look fair ere I give her hazard. What says the golden chest? Let me see. Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. What many men desire. That many may be meant by the full multitude that choose by show, not learning more than the fond eye doth teach, which prize not to the interior, but like the mar that builds in the weather and the outward wall, even in the forest and road of casualty, I will not choose what many men desire, because I will not jump with common spirits and rank me with the barbarous multitudes. Why then, to thee, thou silver treasured house, tell me once more what title thou dost bear. Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. And well said too. For who shall go about to cousin fortune and be honorable without the stamp of merit? Let not presume to wear an undeserved dignity. Oh, that states, degrees, and offices were not derived corruptly, and that clear honor were purchased by the merit of the wearer. How many then should cover that stand there? How many be commanded that command? How much little peasantry would then be gleaned from the true seed of honor, and how much honor picked from the shade and ruin of the times to be new varnished? Well, but to my choice. Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. I will listen deserve. Give me a key for this, and instantly unlock my fortunes here.
Too long a pause for that which you find there.
What is here? The portrait of a blinking idiot who sent to me a schedule. I will read it. How much alike art thou to Portia? How much alike my hopes and my deservings? Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. Did I deserve no more than a fool's head? Is that my price and my deserts no better?
To offend and to judge are of distinct natures and are opposed opposites.
The fire 7 times tried this, 7 times tried that. Judgment is that it never choose amiss. Some there be that shadows kiss, such have but a shadow's bliss. There be fools alive by wis, silvered o'er, and so is this. Take what wife you will to bed, I will ever be your head, so be gone, you are sped. Still more fool I shall appear by the time I linger here. With one fool's head I came to woo, but I go away with 2. Sweet adieu, I'll leave my oath, you should get to bear my wrong. Wrong.
Oh, these deliberate fools. When they do choose, they have the wisdom by their wits to lose.
An ancient saying is no heresy. Handing and winding goes by destiny.
Madam, there is a lighted at your gate a young Venetian, one that comes before to signify the approaching of his lord. Yet I have not seen so likely in the vastry of love. A day in April never came so sweet to show how costly summer was at hand, as this forest spur comes before his lord.
No more, I pray thee. I'm half afeard thou wilt say anon he is some kin to thee. Thou spendest such a high dear wit in praising him. Come, Nerissa, for I long to see quick Cupid's post that comes so mannerly.
Bassanio, Lord loving, thy will be.
Now, what goes on at the Anto?
Well, at least they're in check with the Antonia, the landing ship on the air scenes of English and French.
I reasoned with a Frenchman yesterday. who told me there miscarried a vessel of our country, richly fraught. I thought upon Antonio when he told me, and wished in silence that it were not his.
But it is true that the good Antonio had lost the ship.
I would it might prove the end of his losses.
Let me say amen with thanks. Let the devil cross my prayers, for here he comes, in likeness of a Jew.
My duck is my daughter. My duck is my daughter. My duck is my daughter. My duck is my daughter.
How now, Shylock? What news among the merchants?
You know none so well as you of my daughter's flight.
That's certain. I, for my part, knew the tailor that made the wings she flew withal.
My own flesh and blood to rebel.
There is more difference between thy flesh and hers than between jet and ivory. More between your bloods than there is between red wine and Rhenish. But tell us, do you hear whether Antonio had any loss at sea or not?
There I have another bad match. A bankrupt who dare scarce show his face upon the Rialto. Let him look to his bond. He was wont to call me usurer. Let him look to his bond. He was wont to lend money for Christian courtesy. Let him look to his bond.
Why, I am sure, if he forfeit, thou wilt not take his flesh. What's that good for?
To bait fish with all. If it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge. He hath disgraced me and hindered me $500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, cooled my friends, heated my enemies. And what's his reason? I am a Jew. Have not a Jew eyes? Have not a Jew hands, organs, senses, affections, passions, fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapon, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? And if you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in that. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what is his humility? Revenge. If a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his sufferance be by Christian example? Why, revenge. The villainy you teach me, I will execute. And it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction.
Gentlemen, my Master Antonio is at the house and desires to speak to you both.
We've been up and down to seek him.
Here comes another of the tribe. There could not be matched unless the devil himself.
How now, Tubal? What's news of Genoa? Hast thou found my daughter?
I often came where I could hear of it, but cannot find her.
Why, there. A diamond gone. Cost me 2,000 ducats in Frankfurt. The curse never fell upon our tribe until now. I never felt it till now. 2,000 ducats and other precious jewels. Why would my daughter be dead at my foot and the jewels in her ear? What? No news of them? Why, loss upon loss, and no satisfaction, no revenge, nor no ill luck but what lies upon my shoulders.
Yes, but other men have ill luck too, and
What? What? Ill luck! Ill luck!
Hath an argosy, cast away, coming through Tripolis.
I thank God! Oh, I thank God. Is it true? Is it true?
I spoke with some of the sailors that escaped the wreck.
Oh, I thank you, Tubal. Good news! Good news! Where? In Genoa.
Your daughter spent in general one night, as I heard, 80 ducats.
Thou stickest a dagger in me. I shall never see my gold again. 80 ducats.
There came divers of Antonio's creditors in my company to Venice. They swear he cannot choose but break.
I'm glad of it. I'll torture him. I'll plague him. Oh, I'm glad of it.
One of them showed me a ring that he had of your daughter for a mountain.
Out upon her! Thou torturest me, Tubal. It was my turquoise. I had it of Leah when I was a bachelor. I would not have given it for a wilderness of monkeys.
But Antonio is certainly undone.
Nay, that's true. That's very true. Go, Tubal, feed me an officer. I'll have the heart of him if he forfeits. For if he were out of Venice, I can make what merchandise I will. Go, Tubal, meet me at our synagogue. Go, Tubal, go! Beshrew your eyes, they have overlooked me and divided me. One half of me is yours, the other half yours, and so all yours. Oh, these naughty times put bars between the owners and their rights. And so though yours, not yours, prove it so and let fortune go to hell for it, not me.
We choose, for as I am, I live upon the rack.
Upon the rack, Bassanio. And confess what treason there is mingled with your love.
There may as well be amity in life, between snow and fire is treason in my love.
Aye, but I do fear you speak upon the rack, where men enforce you speak anything.
Promise me life and I'll confess the truth.
Well, confess and live.
Confess and love had been the very sum of my confession. O happy torment where my torture doth teach me answer to deliverance. But let me turn my fortune in the caskets.
Away then, I am locked in one room. If you do love me, you will find me out. Nurse and the rest, stand all aloof. Let music sound while he doth make his choice. Then, if you lose, he makes us swan-like and bathing in music. He may win, and what is music then? Go, Hercules! Live thou, I live.
Tell me where is fancy bred, or in the heart, or in the head, how begot, how nourished, it is engendered.
corrupt, but being seasoned with the gracious voice obscures the show of evil. And religion, when damned in error, will bless and rule with a proud. Thus, ornament is but a gallshore to the most dangerous sea. In a word, the seeming truth which cunning times put on to entrap the wisest. Therefore, thou gaudy bold, heart-free from Midas, I will none of thee, nor none of thee, thou pale and common drudge, between man and man, but thou meager lead which rather threatens than dost promise me aught. Thy paleness moves me more than eloquence, and here 'tis I, join me the consequence.
Oh, love, be moderate. Allay thy ecstasy. For measure reign thy joy, scant the success. I feel too much its blessing. Take it thus.
What find I here? Fair Portia's counterfeit, what demigod hath come so near creation? Yet look how the shadow doth live behind the substance. Here's the scroll, continent and summary of my fortunes. You that choose not by the view, chance is fair and truth is true. Since this fortune falls to you, be content and seek no new. If you be well pleased with this, and hold your fortune for your bliss, turn you where your lady is, and claim her with a loving kiss. A gentle scroll, fair lady. By your leave, I come by note to give and to receive. Still gazing in a doubt whether these pearls of praise be mine or no, until confirmed, signed, ratified by you.
You see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand, such as I am. Though for myself alone, I would not be so ambitious in my wish to wish myself much better. Yet for you I'd be troubled 20 times myself, 1,000 times more rare, 10,000 times more rich. Myself to what is mine, to you and yours is now converted. But I was the fair mention of this house. I give them with this ring, which when you part from, lose, or give away, let it presage the ruin of your love, and be my vantage to exclaim on you.
Madam, you have bereft me of all words. Only my blood speaks to you in my veins, where every something being blent together turns to a wall of nothing. But when this ring parts from this finger, oh, then we both sing, the sun is dead.
My lord and lady, it is now our time. The house to bind and see our wishes prosper to cry good joy. Good joy, my lord and lady.
My lord Bassanio, and my gentle lady, I wish you all the joy that you can wish, for I am sure that you can wish none from me. For even then I may be married too.
All my heart's affections to the wife.
I thank your lordship, for you have got me one. With my eyes can look swift as yours. You saw the mistress, I beheld the maid. You loved, I loved. With oaths of love, I have gotten a promise of this fair one here. What love exceeded your fortune, achieved your mistress.
Is this true, Marissa?
Madam, it is. So you sound mixed with all.
And do you that sound me good fate?
Yes, fate, my lord.
You shall be much honored in your marriage.
We'll play with them the first boy for 1,000 ducats.
What? Stay down.
No, we shall never win at that sport and stake down. Oh, but who comes here? Lorenzo and this infidel. Ah, and my good Venetian friend, Lorenzo.
I've been my very friends in the country. Sweet Portia, welcome.
They're entirely welcome.
I thank you, For my part, my lord, my purpose was not to have seen you here, but meeting with Celerio, by the way, he did entreat me, past all saying nay, to come with him along.
I did, my lord, and I have reason for it. Signor Antonio commends him to you.
Here I with his letter. I pray you tell me how my good friend doth.
Not well, my lord. Not sick, unless it be in mind, nor well, unless in mind. His letter there will show you his state.
Nerissa, cheer, young stranger. Bid her welcome. You're new Celerio? Hot off the merchant from Venice. Ah, I'm sure you will be glad of our success, for we are the Jasons and we have won the fleece.
I would you had won the fleece that he hath lost.
There are some shrewd contents on paper that steals the color from Bassanio's cheek. Would leave Bassanio,
happy at having the half of anything that the same paper brings you.
Madam, when I did first impart my love to you, I freely told you, all the wealth I had running in my veins, I was a gentleman. And yet, dear lady, you shall see how much I was a braggart. I should then have told you that I was worse than nothing, for indeed, I have engaged myself to my dear friend, engaged my friend to his dear enemy. Here is a letter, lady. The paper has the body of my friend, and every word in it a gaping wound issuing left blood. But is it true, Salario? Have all his ventures failed for triplets from Mexico, England, India, not one vessel saved?
Not one, my lord. Besides, it should appear that if he had the present money to discharge the due, he would not take it. Never did I know a creature that did bear the shape of a man, so keen and greedy to confound a man. He plies the Duke at morning and night, and doth impeach the freedom of state, they kind justice. 20 merchants, the Duke himself, and the magnificos of greatest court have all persuaded with him. But none can ply him from the envious plea of forfeiture of justice and his bond. When I was with him, I had heard him swear to Tubal and to Chus, his countrymen, that he would rather have Antonio's flesh than 20 times the value of the sum that he did owe him. And I know, my lord, if power, authority, and laws mount him not, it shall go hard with poor Antonio.
Is it your dear friend that is thus in trouble?
The dearest friend to me, the kindest man, and one in whom the Roman honor more appears than any that draws breath in Italy.
What sum owes he the Jew?
For me, 3,000 ducats.
What, no more? Pay him 6,000 and to face the bond. Double 6,000, then treble that before a friend of this description who's a hair through Bassanio's fault. First, come away with me to church and call me away. Then away to Venice to your friend. For never shall you lie by Portia's side with an unquiet soul. Come, away. Since you are dear bought, I love you, dear, but let me hear the letter of your friend.
Sweet Bassanio, my ships have all miscarried. My creditors grow cruel. My state is very low. My bond to the Jew is forfeit, and since in paying it, it is impossible I should live. All debts are cleared between you and I. If I might but see you at my death, if your love do not persuade you to come, let not my letter.
Oh, dear love, dispatch all business and be gone.
Since I have your good leave to go away, I will make haste. But till I come again, no bed shall e'er be guilty of my sin. No I rest be interposer twixt us twain.
beware my things. The Duke shall grant me justice.
Prithee, hear me speak.
I'll have my bond. I will not hear thee speak. I'll have my bond, therefore speak no more. I'll be not made a soft and dull-eyed fool, to shake head, sigh, and relent, and yield to Christian intercessors. Follow not? I'll have no speaking. I will have my bond.
It is the most impenetrable cur that ever kept with men. Let him alone. I'll follow him no more with Buddha's prayers. He seeks my life. His reason? Well, I know. I oft deliver his forfeitures, many that have at times made moan to me. Therefore, he hates me.
I'm sure the Duke will never grant his forfeiture of all.
The Duke cannot deny the push of law. For the commodity that strangers out with us in Venice, if it be denied, will much impeach the justice of his state. Since that the trade and profit of the city consisted of all nations. Therefore go, these griefs and losses have so bitter me that I shall hardly spare upon the flesh tomorrow to my bloody creditor. Well, jailer on, pray God Valsina come see me pay step tomorrow, and then I care not.
Madam, although I speak it in your presence, you have ennobled and a true conceit of godlike enmity, which appears most strongly in bearing thus the absence of your lord. But if you knew to whom you show such honor, how true a gentleman you send relief, I know you would be prouder of the work than customary bounty can enforce it.
I never did repent for doing good, nor shall not now, for in companions whose souls do bear an equal yoke of love, there must be needs a like proportion of lineaments, manners, and spirit, which makes me think that this here Antonio, being the bosom lover of my lord, must be needs like my lord. I have toward heaven breathed a secret vow to live in prayer and contemplation, only attended by Nerissa here until her husband and my lord's return. There is a monastery 2 miles off, and there will we abide. Lorenzo, I commit into your hands my husbandry and manage of my house.
Madam, with all my heart I shall obey you in all fair commands.
My people do already know my mind, and will acknowledge my Jessica in place of Lord Disarming and myself. Fare thee well till we shall meet again.
Fair thoughts and happy hours attend on you.
I wish your ladyship all heart's content.
I thank you for your wish, and am well pleased to wish it back upon you. Very well, Jessica. Now, Stefano, as I did ever find thee on this true, let me find thee still. Take this same letter, and use all assistance of our men and speak to Padua. See thou render this into the hands of Dr. Bellario. See what notes and garments he doth give thee, and bring them, I pray thee, with all speed, unto the ferry that trades to Venice. Now get thee gone, I shall be there before thee.
Madam, I go with all convenient speed.
Come, Nerissa, I have work in hand that you yet not know of. We shall see our husbands before they go.
Shall they see us?
They shall, but in such a habit that they'll think we are acquainted in what we lack.
Shall we turn to men?
grow jealous of you shortly, Lancelot, if you thus get my wife into corners.
Nay, you need not fear us, Lorenzo. Lancelot and I are out. He tells me flatly there is no mercy for me in heaven, because I am a Jew's daughter. And he says you are no good member of the Commonwealth, for in converting Jews to Christians, you raise the price of poultry.
Go in, sir. I'm bid to prepare for dinner.
That is done, sir. They all have stomachs.
Goodly Lord, what a wit-snapper you are. I pray thee, understand a plain man in his plain English. Go to thy fellows, bid them cover the table, serve in the meat, and we will come into dinner.
For the meat, sir, shall be served in. For the table, sir, shall be covered. And for you coming into dinner, sir, let it be humorous and conceit shall govern.
How every fool can play upon the word. How cheerest thou, Jessica? Do now, good sweet, say thy opinion. How dost thou like the Lord Bassanio's wife?
Why, if you thought I should place him heavenly match, and on the wager lay 2 earthly women, and Portia one, there must be something pawned with the other, for the poor rude world hath not her color.
Even as a husband hast thou of me as she is for a wife.
Nay, but ask me my opinion too of that.
I will anon. First, let us go to dinner.
Nay, let me praise you while I have a stomach.
No, pray thee, let it serve for table talk. Then, howsoever thou speak, none other things, I shall digest it.
What is Antonio here?
Ready, so please your grace.
I am sorry for thee. Thou art come to face a stony adversary, an inhuman wretch, incapable of pity, void and empty from any dram of mercy.
I have heard your grace has taken great pains to qualify his rigorous boast. But since he stands obdurate, and that no lawful means can turn me out of his enemy's reach, I do oppose my patience to his fury, and am armed to suffer, with a quietness of spirit, very tyranny, and bravery.
Go on, and call the Jew into the court.
He's ready at the door. He comes, my lord.
Dog! Make room, and let him stand before our face. Shylock, the world thinks, and I think so too, that thou but leadst the faction of this malice to the last hour of act, and then 'tis thought thou'lt show thy mercy and remorse more strange. It is thy strange apparent cruelty, and where thou now exacts the penalty, which is a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, that will not only cut loose the forfeiture, but touched with human gentleness and love, forgive a moiety of the principal, glancing an eye of pity on his losses, which have of late so huddled on his back, and pluck commiseration from his state, from brassy bosoms and rough hearts of flint, from Stubborn Turks and Tartars never trained to opposites of gentle courtesy. We all expect a gentle answer, Jew.
I have possessed your grace of what I purpose, and by our holy Sabbath have I sworn to have the due and forfeit of my all. If you deny it, let the danger light upon your charter and your city's freedom. You'll ask me why I'd rather have a waiter carrying flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I'll not answer that. But say, it is my humor. Are you answered?
How shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none?
What if my house be troubled with a rat? And I be pleased to give 10,000 ducats to have it baned. What? Are you answered?
This is no answer that I'm feeling, man, to excuse the current of that cruelty.
I am not bound to please thee with my answers.
Do all men kill the things they do not love?
Hates any man the thing he would not kill?
Every offense is not hate at first.
What? Would thou have a serpent sting thee twice?
I brave, think you question with the Jew. You may as well go stand up on the beach and bid the maiden from bait his usual height. You may as well use question with the wolf that he had made the youth leap for the lamb. You may as well do anything most hard, than which was harder, his Jewish heart. Therefore I do beseech you, make no more offers, use no farther means, but with a brief and plain conveniency, let me have judgment and the Jew his will.
Here's 6,000 ducats.
If every ducat in 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts, and each part a ducat, I would not draw them. I would have my bond.
Upon my powers, I may dismiss this court, unless Bellario, a learned doctor whom I have called for to determine this, come here today.
My lord, we staged without a messenger with letters from the doctor, new come from Padua.
Bring us the letter. Call the messenger.
And cheer, Antonio. Were man purged yet? The Jew shall have my blood, flesh, bones, and all. Here thou shalt lose for me 1 drop of blood.
I'm a tainted wether of the flock, the meat is for death. The weakest kind of fruit drops earliest to the ground, and so let me. You cannot better be employed, Balsania, than to live still and write my epitaph.
Come you from Padua, from old Bellario?
From both, my lord. Bellario doth reach your grace.
This letter from Bellario doth commend a young and learned doctor to the court. Where is he?
Yet doesn't hear our boy, to know your answer, whether you will admit him.
Give me your hand. Come you from old Bellario?
I did, my lord.
You are most welcome. Take your place. Are you acquainted with the difference that holds this present question in the court?
I'm informed thoroughly of the cause. Which is the merchant here and which the Jew?
Antonio and old Shylock, please come forth.
Is your name Shylock? Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow, yet in such rule that the Venetian law cannot impugn you as you do proceed. You stand within his danger, do you not?
Aye, so he said.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Why then the Jew must be merciful.
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strange. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above this sceptred sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute to God himself. An earthly power doth then show like his gods when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy,
mercy, and that same prayer doth teach us to render the deeds of mercy. I've spoke thus much to mitigate the justice of thy plea, which, if thou follow, the strict court of Venice must needs give sentence against the merchant there.
My deeds upon my head. I crave the penalty and forfeit of my bond.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes, here I turn it for him in the court, yea, twice the sum. If this will not suffice, I will be bound to pay 10 times over on forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart. If that will not suffice, I beseech you, rest once the law to your authority, to do a great right, do a little wrong, and curb this cruel devil of his will.
It must not be. There's no power in Venice can alter a decree established. 'Twill be recorded for a precedent, and many an example by the same error will rush into the state. It cannot be.
A Daniel come to judgment, yea, a Daniel. O wise young judge, how do I honor thee?
I pray you, let me look upon the bond.
Here it is, most reverend doctor. Here it is.
Why, Shylock, there's thrice thy money offered thee.
An oath. An oath. I have an oath in heaven. Shall I lay perjury upon my soul? No, not for Venice.
Why, this bond is forfeit. And lawfully by this the Jew may claim a pound of flesh to be by him cut off nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful, take thrice thy money, bid me tear the bond.
When it is paid according to the tenor, it doth appear you are a worthy judge. You know the law. I charge you by the law, whereof you are a well-deserving pillar. Proceed to judgment. I stay here on my bond.
Most heartily, I do beseech the court to give the judgment.
There's something else, Jew. This bond doth give thee no draught of blood. Its words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond, take then thou pound of flesh, but if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, your lands and goods are confiscate unto the state of Venice.
Is that the law?
Thyself shalt see the act, for as thou urgest justice, be assured thou shalt have justice more than thou desirest.
Oh, upright judge, unlearned judge.
I cannot find it. It is not in the bond.
It is not so expressed, but what of that? 'Twere you good to do so much for charity.
Well, can I have it?
Here it is.
Soft. No haste, the Jew shall have all justice, soft.
Oh, a learned judge, most learned judge.
Shall I barely have my principal?
They shall have nothing but thy forfeiture to be so taken at thy peril, Jew.
Well, God give him good of it. I'll stay no longer question.
Tarry, Jew. The law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice. If it be proved that an alien, by direct or indirect attempt, seek the life of any citizen, the party against which he doth contrive shall seize one half of his goods. The other half shall come into the privy coffer of the state, and the offender's life doth then lie in the mercy of the Duke only. Down therefore and beg mercy of the Duke.
That thou shalt know the difference of our spirits, I pardon thee thy life before thou ask it. For half thy wealth, it is Antonio's. The other half comes to the general state, which humbleness may drive into a fine.
I for the state, not for Antonio.
Nay, take my life. Pardon me not that. Thou dost take my house, when thou dost take the prop whereby I sustain my house. Thou dost take my life, when thou dost take the means whereby I live. What
what mercy dost thou render?
So please, my lord the Duke, and all the court, to quit the fine for one half of his goods. I am content, but two things more. So that for this favor, he presently become a Christian. The other, that he do record a gift, here in this court, of all he dies possessed, to his son Lorenzo and his daughter.
He shall do this, or else I do recant the pardon that I late pronounced here.
What dost thou say, Jew? Art thou contented? I am content. Clerk, draw thee the gift. I pray thee, give me leave from hence. I am not well. Send the deed after me, and I will sign it.
Get thee gone, but do it. Sir, I entreat you home with me to dinner.
I humbly do desire your speed of mercy, but I must away tonight and speak to Padua.
I am sorry that your leisure serves you not. Antonio, gratify this gentleman, for in my mind you are much bound to him.
Most worthy gentlemen, I and my friend have by reason today been acquitted of grievous penalties. And here were 3,000 ducats to love for the truth. We freely hope your previous things with all.
He that is well paid is well satisfied, and I delivering you am satisfied, and therein do account myself well paid. I pray you know me when we meet again. I wish you well, and so I take my leave.
Dear sir, of course, I must attempt you further. Take some remembrance of us as a tribute.
You press me far, and therefore I will yield. Give me your gloves, I will wear them for your sake. And for your love, I'll take from you this ring. Do not draw back your hand. I'll take no more, and your love shall not deny me this.
Dear sir, alas, it is a trifle. I will not shame myself to give you this.
I'll take no more, and thou shalt love the love of this.
There's more that depends on the strength and the value of it. The dear strength in Venice will I give you, but I pray you, for this will crown me.
I see you are liberal in your offerings. First, you teach me how to beg, and now, methinks, you teach me how a beggar should be answered.
I pray thee, take not my ring.
That skew serves many men to save their gifts. But if your wife be not a mad woman, and know how well I have deserved the ring, she will not hold out enemy forever for giving it to me. Well, peace be with you.
My lord Bassano, let him have the ring. Let his deservings and my love withal be valid against your wife's commandment.
But we're not overtaken. Give him the ring and bring him if thou canst unto Antonio's house. Away, make haste. And early in the morning we will fight towards Belmont. Come, Angelo.
Inquire the Jew's house out. Give him his deed and let him sign it. We'll away tonight and be a day before our husband's home. This deed will be well welcome to Lorenzo.
Fair sirs, you are well ordained. My lord Bassander hath sent you here this ring, and doth entreat your company at dinner.
That cannot be. His ring I do accept most thankfully, and therefore tell him. Furthermore, I pray thee, show my youthful Charlotte's house.
That will I do.
Sir, I will speak with you.
I'll see you can get my husband's ring, which I did make him swear to keep forever. Thou mayest, I warrant. We shall have old swearing, for they did give our rings away to men, but we shall face them and outswear them too. Away, make haste. Now notice where I will carry.
Come, sir, we show me his house.
moon shines bright. On such a night as this, when the sweet wind may gently kiss the trees. And they did make no noise. In such a night, Troilus methinks mounted the Trojan walls, and Silas sold towards the Grecian tents, or crested lay that night.
In such a night did Thisbe fearfully on trip to do, and saw the lion's shadow ere himself, and ran, dismayed, away.
In such a night stood Medea upon the wild sea banks with the willow in her hand, and waft her love to come again to Carthage.
In such a night did Medea gather the enchanted herbs that did renew old Aesop.
In such a night did Jessica steal from the wealthy Jew, and with an unthrift love did run from Venice, as far as Belmont.
In such a night did young Lorenzo swear he loved her well, stealing her soul with many vows of faith, and ne'er a true one.
In such a night did pretty Jessica, like a little shrew, slander her love, and he forgave it her.
I would outnight you did nobody come, but hark, I hear the footing of a man.
Who comes so fast in silence of the night?
A friend.
Friend. What friend? Your name, I pray you, friend?
Stephana is my name, and I bring word that my mistress will before the break of day be here at Belmont. I pray you, is my master yet returned?
He is not, nor we have not heard of him. Go we in, Lady Jessica, and ceremoniously let us prepare some welcome for the mistress of the house. Who calls?
Have you seen Master Lorenzo? Master Lorenzo!
Leave holiday, man. Here. Here.
Tell him there's a post come from my master with his horn full of good news. My master will be here morning.
Sweet soul, let's in, and they're expected to come. You no matter. Why should we go in? How sweet the moonlight sleeps upon this bank. Here will we sit and let the sound of music reach in our ears. Soft stillness in the night become the touches of sweet harmony. Sit, Jessica. Look how the floor of heaven is thick and laid with patines of bright gold. There's not the smallest one which thou beholdst, but in its motion like an angel sings. Such harmony is in immortal souls. But whilst this muddy vesture of decay doth grossly close it in, we cannot hear it. Come home, and make Diana with the hymn. The sweetest touches pierce your mistress's ear, and bring her home with music.
I am never merry when I hear sweet music.
The reason is, your spirits are attentive. For do but note a wild and wanton herd, a race of youthful and unhandled pulse, fetching mad bounds, bellowing and neighing loud, as is the hot condition of their blood. If any air of music touch their ears, you shall perceive them make a mutual stand, their savage eyes turn to a modest gaze by the sweet power of music. Not so stockish, hard, and full of rage, but music for the time doth change his nature. The man that hath no music in himself, nor is not moved with concord of sweet sounds, is fit for treasons, stratagems, and spoils. Let no such man be trusted. Mark the music.
That little light we see is burning in my hall. How far that little light shows its beams. So shines a good deed in the naughty world.
Well, Lucio, you did not see the candle.
So doth the greater glory dim the less. A substitute shines brightly as a king until the king be vile. Music, hark.
It is your music, not
Of the house. Methinks it sounds much sweeter than our day.
silence bestows on virtue and matter. The crowd is sing as sweetly as a lark for leaders attended. And I think the nightingale, if she should sing by day when Aaron loses capway, would be thought no better musician than friend.
So things by seasoned are to their right praise and true perfection.
Welcome home.
We've been praying for our husband's health, which we hope the better for our words. Are they returned?
They are not yet, but there has come a messenger before to signify their coming.
This night, methinks, is but the daylight thick. 'Tis a little paler. 'Tis a day such as the day when the sun is good.
Would you like to declare them more?
Nerissa, go in. Give my servants that they take no note of our being absent. No, you don't, Jessica, are you?
We are no telltales, madam. Fear you not. Your husband is at hand. Here is trumpet.
Maybe we should hold day with the end of days. He will walk in absence of the sun.
Let me give light, but let me not be late. For a light wife doth make a heavy husband. Never be this heavy as for me. But God's not home. God's not all. You're welcome home, my lord.
Thank you, madam. You're welcome to my friend. This is the man. This is Antonio, whom I am so infinitely bound.
You should in all sense be much bound to him, for as I hear he is much bound to you.
No more that I'm well acquitted of.
Antonio, you are well welcome, but this must appear in other ways than words, and therefore I scant this breathing courtesy.
By yonder moon, I swear you do me wrong. In faith, I gave it to the judge's clerk, where he guilt that has it, since you do take it, love, so much to heart.
Quarreled ho already. What's the matter?
About a hoop of gold, a paltry ring that she did give me, whose posy was a cutler's poetry upon the night. Love me, and leave me not.
What you of the posy or you swore to me when I gave it you, that you would wear it till your death, and that I should live with you in your grave. Thou not for me, but for your vehement oath you should have respected I had kept it. Gave it a judge clerk. No, God, my judge. The clerk will never tear his face that had it.
He will, and if he live to be a man.
I go on, let to be a man.
By this hand, I give it to a youth, little scrubbed boy, not taller than thyself. I gave it to the judge's clerk, who begged it and indeed deserved it.
You are to blame, I must be plain with you, to part so slightly from the rest first gift. A thing stuck with oaths upon your finger, and so riveted with faith unto your flesh. I gave my love a ring, and made him swear never to part with it. And here he stands, and I dare be sworn that he shall not leave it for all the wealth of the world masters. Now in faith, Graziano, you give your wife too unkind a cause of grief, and toward to me I should be mad at it.
I were best to cut my left hand off and swear I lost the ring with Benny.
My lord Bassanio gave his ring away.
What ring gave you, my lord? Not that I hope what you received of me.
If I could add a lie onto a fault, I would deny it. But you see, my finger hath not a ring upon it. It is gone.
Even so void is your false-hearted truth. I'll never come into your bed until I see the ring.
Nor I yours till I again see mine.
Portia, if you did not tell whom I gave the ring, If you did know for whom I gave the ring, and could conceive for what I gave the ring, and how willingly I left the ring, when naught would be accepted but the ring, I think you would obey the strength of your displeasure.
If you had known the virtue of the ring, or your value to contain the ring, thou wilt not have parted with the ring. What man is there so much unreasonable? Nerissa teaches me what to believe. I'll die for it, but some woman had the ring.
Sweet Portia. No woman had it, but a civil doctor which did refuse 3,000 ducats of me and begged the ring, the which I did deny him and suffered him to go displeased away. But, you see, had you been there, I think you would have begged the ring of me to give the worthy doctor.
Let not that doctor ever come near my house, since he hath got that jewel I love. I will become as liberal as you. I will not deny him anything I have known, not my body nor my husband's bed. Lie not a night away from home, watch me like Argus. If you don't, if I shall be left alone, mine honor which is yet mine own, I shall have that doctor for my bedfellow.
And I, his clerk, therefore be well advised how do you leave me to my own protection.
And if he does, I'll mar the young clerk's pen.
I am the unhappy subject of these quarrels.
Sir, read not you your welcome notwithstanding.
Portia, pardon this fault. Forgive me this enforced wrong, and I never more will break your heart to you.
I once did lend my body for his drawer, which, but for him that had your husband's ring, had quite miscarried. I dare be bound again. My soul upon the forfeit, that your lord shall never more break faith advisedly.
Then you shall be his surety. Give him this, and bid him swear to keep it better than the other.
Here, Lord Bassanio, swear to keep this ring.
Heaven, it is the same I gave the doctor.
I had it of him, pardon me, Bassanio, but for this ring the doctor did lay with me.
And pardon me, for this same proper boy, the judge clerk, in lieu of this last night, did lie with me.
Ah, and if he erred to be coupled,
Speak not so grossly, you're all amazed. You shall come to find that Portia here is the doctor, Nerissa there her clerk. Lorenzo shall witness that we set forth as soon as you, and even now but return. I have not yet entered my house. Antonio, you are all welcome, and I have better news in store for you than you expect. Unseal this letter soon, and there you shall find 3 of your argosies or come to harbor suddenly.
I am dumb.
Were you the doctor, and I knew you not?
were you the judge's clerk that is to make me coupled?
And the clerk that never means to do it unless there is a judge to be about.
Huh, nay more, I'll never keep safe so sore as Nerissa's ring.
How now, Lorenzo? My clerk has some good comforts for you too.
I now given him without her fee. There do I get to use Jessica from the rich Jew, a special deed of gift, after his death, of all he died possessed of.
For ladies, you drop manna in the way of starved people.
It is almost morning. Come, let us in, and charge us upon interrogatories. And you will answer all things faithfully.
Sweet lady, you have given me life and living, for here it is some of my ships have safely come to row.
Let it be so.
Oh,